Alright TM Nation, these are the FIFINE X3 Bluetooth wireless headphones that have really surprised me with how they perform for the current price of $50. I have tried FIFINE microphones in the past, so I know that they offer a lot of bang in that arena, but considering how good these things sound and the fact that they provide up to 65 hours of use on a single charge, they are punching way above their weight class. Let's start with what you get inside of the box. FIFINE keeps it simple here, but functional as well. All that you really get are the headphones themselves, a USB-A to USB Type-C charging cable, a 3.5mm cable for wired use, a detachable boom microphone, and your user manual. As you can see, no, you don't get a carrying bag or case included, for those of you all wondering, which is a bit of a bummer, but not a deal breaker at this price point. The first thing that hit me when I pulled these out of the box is how subtle they look, but how premium they feel in the hands at the same time. For me, the build quality feels solid. They don't feel cheap or plasticky like a lot of the headphones that you will see at this price point, but like I said, they have this sleek black finish that honestly reminds me of headphones that cost 2 to 3 times as much. The memory foam ear cushions feel incredibly soft, and the adjustable headband has just the right amount of padding. Now let me go ahead and talk about what makes these headphones special. First is going to be the active noise cancellation. I will take a deeper dive into the performance in just a moment, but for the highlights, in general, these did a pretty good job for me at reducing a lot of the noises going on around me to a level that they were barely audible. It's not going to compete with what you get from the Sony WH lineup or your Bose Quiet Comfort headphones, because the FIFINEs don't do the best job with blocking out medium levels of dialogue, but for the price, it's genuinely impressive how much ambient sound these do cut out. The spatial audio feature is also something I wasn't expecting at this price point. With it enabled, music genuinely sounds like it's coming from all around you. There's depth and dimension to the soundstage that just makes everything feel more immersive. To my ears, the highs are crisp, the mids are detailed, and speaking of the bass, there is a bass boost mode that you can activate with a double tap on the right ear cup, and although it does bring out more of the low end punch, I wouldn't call these bass heads certified even with it enabled. Now moving on to how these have performed for me in the real world, I've used them for everything I would use a regular pair of headphones for, whether that be leisure listening, exercising, or video editing. Like I said, FIFINE claims 65 hours of playtime, and while I haven't run them completely dead yet, I have been using them consistently for 2 weeks during my testing and haven't had to charge them one time. The multi-point connectivity with them is also super convenient. This means I can have them connected to my laptop and my phone simultaneously, so when I'm editing on my MacBook and a call comes in, I can seamlessly switch over without having to disconnect and reconnect each time. The touch controls on the right ear cup work pretty well, though they can be a bit finicky at times. As I mentioned, the double tap is for bass boost, triple tap is going to be for your gaming mode, and you can hold your finger down to activate transparency mode, so you can go ahead and hear more of what's going on around you without having to take the headphones completely off. The rest of your controls are going to be executed by physical buttons, which I found to be more responsive and reliable than the touch controls. Now touching on the detachable microphone, this is where the headphones show their versatility, because if you go ahead and pop the microphone in, you've got yourself a solid gaming headset. And although I personally wouldn't walk around in public with this microphone installed, I have made voice calls with it and people said that I came through loud and clear. I do want to mention that even without the external mic, they do have a built-in microphone that works completely fine for voice calls as well. Alright guys, so right now I have the headphones paired to my iPhone 16 Pro. The audio that you're hearing is coming from the internal microphone on them. I will switch over to the boom mic in just a second. Give me a moment. And now, as you can see, I do have the boom microphone installed, so the audio that you're hearing is coming from it, as you can hear. So let me know what you guys think, which sounds better. Now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background using the boom mic. This part of the test is aimed at seeing how well this microphone can focus on my speech while rejecting some of that noise. Let me take it off and use the internal mic. Give me a second. Alright, so now I've taken off the boom mic and I'm back to the internal microphone. And I do have the background noise playing in the background still. So let me know what you guys think. Do they perform better with the boom mic or the internal mic? Let me know. Now let me move on and get into more of the technical stuff for a moment. In terms of sound quality, these cover the full frequency range from 20 Hz to 20,000 Hz, which means you're getting the complete audio spectrum, and the 32 ohm impedance makes them easy to drive from pretty much any device, whether that be your phone, laptop, gaming console, or whatever you use to consume your media. The sound signature with these is surprisingly balanced. It's not overly bass heavy like what you'll get with a lot of budget headphones, but it's also not overly thin either. Vocals with them come through clear, instruments have good separation, and when you go ahead and activate the bass boost mode, you're gonna get a nice extra thump on the low end without everything coming overly muddy. The gaming mode for me with these is interesting. It seems to reduce latency and adjust the EQ for better positional audio. I did test it out playing a little Call of Duty Mobile, and I could for sure pick up differences in the audio quality and the responsiveness as well. Now, talking a little bit more about the comfort, I've been able to wear these for 4 to 5 hours at a time without any ear fatigue or anything of that nature. The over-ear design completely encompasses my ears, and the memory foam cushions feel great against my skin. So far, not giving me any type of irritation or feeling overly hot on my ears, making them sweat. The headband distributes weight evenly, so I don't get that pressure point at the top of my head, and they're lightweight enough for me to use for pretty much anything, whether that be exercising or leisure listening. So let me go ahead and break down the pros and cons for you. On the positive side, the active noise canceling works well at this price point. The sound quality is impressive as well. The comfort is excellent. The battery life is outstanding. The multi-point connectivity is convenient, and you get both wired and wireless functionality with the detachable microphone. On the downside, the touch controls can be inconsistent sometimes, and if you're an audiophile looking for reference quality sound, these aren't going to be able to compete with headphones in that category. So here's the bottom line about the FIFINE X3 headphones. At $50, these headphones are an absolute steal. With them, you're getting performance and some features you would normally have to pay twice as much to see, and although they don't do anything at the flagship level, which you certainly should not expect at this price point, they do everything that they offer really well. So in other words, they certainly are not perfect. They're not going to replace your audiophile grade headphones, but for everyday use in commuting, working from home, casual gaming, or just enjoying your music, these deliver incredible value. I'd recommend these to somebody looking for their first pair of ANC headphones, a student that's on a budget, or anyone that wants a versatile pair of Bluetooth wireless headphones that can handle music, calls, and gaming without breaking the bank. But let me know what you think about these headphones in the comment section. If you have a pair, let me know what has been your experience with them so far. Or if you're on the fence about picking a pair of them up, feel free to put any questions that you may have about them that I didn't answer in this video in the comment section, and I will try to get you an answer. But other than that, as always, I appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out with me for a while. I will catch y'all in the next video, but until then, it's your boy Tech Mo, and I'm signing out. Peace.